Courgettes have long been one of my favourite things to grow because once they get going, you just can't keep up. Today I'm cooking a classic. Deep fried courgette flowers, stuffed with goat's curd, drizzled with honey. It is so good. This is an easy one. To start, grab your courgette flower and just pop the stamen out. Get a spoon of goat's curd. Carefully open up the courgette flower and stuff that inside. And you just twist to seal it in. Really easy tempura batter. Gluten-free self-raising flour and soda water. Whisk it together. And you're just looking for a kind of loose consistency that coats your finger. Heat some light vegetable oil to 170 Celsius. Dunk in the flowers, coat in the batter, and then let it mostly drip off. Into the oil. Onto the plate, big pinch of salt, squeeze a lemon, and lots of honey. And that's it. Couldn't be easier. So good. It's boiling hot today, so I'm making a Oaxacan chicken soup from Mexico with poached chicken, avocado, tomato, red onion, and a nice squeeze of lime at the end. Super refreshing, absolutely delicious. You're gonna love it. First thing to do is make a great broth to poach the chicken in. To make the broth, it's carrot, leek, and celery, then a dried ancho chili, some bay leaves, a parmesan rind, big pinch of salt. When the broth's smelling good, poach the chicken. While the chicken's poaching, it's time to crack on with all these lovely things that are going in the broth. The idea is that it's raw, so you're just finely dicing it, keeping all that freshness and lightness. Chicken should only take about 10 minutes to poach. When it's done, just pull it off the bone. And these bones can go back in the broth to add more flavour. Chop up some fresh coriander. It's less than 2 months until my book comes out, so I thought I'd start showing you some of the kind of recipes that are in it. Today, pan con tomate with sardines and salsa verde. To start, you need an absolutely stunning tomato. Cut it in half and then grate into a bowl. Plop the tomato in a sieve for a second, gets rid of the excess water, and season with olive oil and salt. Then just knock up a very simple salsa verde of finely chopped cornichon, capers, and parsley with a generous glug of olive oil, salt, and lemon. You need some good bread. Just cut a decent piece and give it a good toast. Open a tin of sardines, rub with garlic, and top with the rest. And that's what the book's about. Simple, seasonal, and delicious food. Enjoy. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a classic tiramisu with light and airy layers. It's my favourite pudding, and it takes no time at all. It all starts by separating 4 really good eggs. Sugar goes into the yolks, and then you whisk until light and airy. That's what light and airy looks like. Then add the mascarpone little by little with the mixer still running. Now you need a little splash of marsala or Madeira. And she goes and mix that through. Rather than clean out the bowl with that, I just whisk the egg whites by hand. You want them super fluffy. Well, you can tip it over your head. You know they're ready. Combine the foamy egg whites with the lovely cream. And the trick to this is just do it bit by bit. Fold in small amounts and just be really gentle to preserve all that air. Now you need strong coffee, espresso, brandy, and just a little bit of sugar. Quick whisk, taste, and just get that balance right. Ladies' fingers. Now personally, I cannot stand a dry tiramisu. I think most people don't dip these for long enough. I like a proper bit of coffee in there. So 1, 2, out. Layer of cream goes on, and then just spread that out evenly, but don't press the air out. I like cocoa powder between the layers, and then just repeat another layer of biscuits. Any leftover biscuits, just feed to your local goat. Finish with the rest of the cream. Another dusting of cocoa powder, and whack it in the fridge to set. Hadka dal with roasted cauliflower, lime pickle, and fresh coriander. Absolutely delicious. Enjoy. Start by washing a pack of red split lentils and just keep rinsing and straining until the water is completely clear. Then you top up with water, cook until they're really tender. Onion, finely chopped. Green chili, just cut it on the angle. Lots of ginger, just scrape off the skin with a spoon. And then grate this quite chunkily on the large side of a grater. Skim all this foam off the lentils as they cook, stop them being bitter. Mustard seeds, cumin, a few cardamoms, and some cinnamon. Then if you can get hold of them, I think fresh curry leaves is one of the nicest flavors in the world. To toast these spices, usually you'd use ghee, but I'm using a big old spoon of coconut oil. Get that very hot. Roughly chop some garlic into the hot oil. Let that get very fragrant, but do not let it burn. Then add some turmeric, stir, and add the onions. Big pinch of salt, and you want to cook those onions right down. Cauliflower just simply goes in a tray with oil and salt to roast in the oven. Leaves, stalks, and all. Cook the lentils until they're completely broken down. Then add the onion, a little bit of fresh tomato, and stir that through. Back on the heat until those flavors come together. Add a bit of water if you think it needs it. I quite like just a single slice of lemon. Cook the collie till it's tender and charred, and that is today an ultra simple, light and speedy lunch. Shaved courgettes with pecorino, lemon, and mint. Start by shaving the courgettes into a bowl. Don't press too hard because you want these slivers super thin. Drown it in olive oil. Proper pinch of salt, and the zest of the best lemon you can find. Squeeze in a nice amount of juice. Grab some mint, strip off the leaves, and give that a good chop. That goes into our beautiful salad. Then you need some really good hard pecorino, and you just shave that straight in. Get in there and mix. When you've got something really simple, you've got to get the seasoning right. So adjust with more lemon, salt, and olive oil as needed. Onto a plate with lots of that lovely juice and a bit more pecorino. Takes just a few minutes, couldn't be easier. Absolutely stunning. Enjoy.